Hi, everyone. My name is Suzie Dawson. I'm the founder and chief product officer at panquake.com. It's been a minute since we got to talk to you, but that's because we've been hard at work all day and night, every single day, doing exactly what we said we would, building products which will change the way that we use the internet forever. Today is our biggest announcement to date because we have just packaged our second open source release for this campaign. It's called Panquake Me at pnqk.me, and it is going to revolutionize the way that you share content online. For too long, we have all had to fear the links that we click on online, never knowing what's really embedded in them or what we could be infected with by clicking on them. Even worse, when we share links with our friends and family, we can unknowingly be tracking them as well. So our solution, Panquake.me, is fixing that problem. It's actually a piece of the Panquake.com social network build that we needed to create anyway in order to protect users sharing content on the Panquake social network. But we have heard you, we've read your emails, we've listened to you online, begging for solutions to the problems that big tech are inflicting upon all of us every day. So we put our heads together and realized we could take this cool component that we'd already built for the Panquake social network and put it in your hands now as a taste test of what is to come. Panquake.me is a free tool. You don't have to get a subscription. You can use it today for free and share it with all of your friends and family. So Panquake Me does 3 things in one click. It shortens your link, so no more diabolical long links with all kinds of alphanumeric in them that you don't even know what it is. Gives you a nice, short, easy to share link. But in that link, it strips out all of the trackers and cookies and nasties that big tech like to put into your links when you hit share buttons on big tech websites. And something that you guys have also asked for a long time, it archives the original source content as well, and then gives you multiple options for different archiving services. So we've got a cute, fun little user video for you, which we're about to show you. As you can see, the design ethos behind Panquake Me is the same as the Panquake.com application, in that it's really approachable design, really intuitive and easy to use. People of all ages and walks of life are going to totally love it. And we can't wait to see how you use it and you sharing it across the internet. Here we go.
Good news. The Panquake team have developed a new, safer, easy way to share your favorite links. Panquake.me. There's no tracking and no cookies. Our site cleans and shortens the link and archives its contents for future use. To use this amazing new solution, here's all you have to do. First, find the link that you want to shorten and copy it. Next, enter panquake.me in your browser and go to the website. Click on the purple box that says paste your link here and paste the link into the box. Then, click on the hot pink coloured panquake.me link button on the right hand side. You'll see several options for link displays. If your link has been successfully archived, the archive.org and archive.is options will appear above the shortened link. In some cases, the link can't be archived, but you will still receive a shortened link. If you prefer, you can click on the archive.org or archive.is versions to display the relevant short link. To easily copy the link for sharing, click the copy button. To quickly share your Panquake.me link to other platforms, click the share icon on the right-hand side of the copy button. Then, choose the desired platform on which to share your Panquake.me link. If you have another link that you want to shorten, click the new link button to repeat the process. Feel free to check out the FAQ section on our Panquake.me website for more information. That's all there is to it. Now you can share your favorite links quickly, easily, and more safely.
So there you have it. It really is that easy. So from now on, using Panquake.me and telling your friends and family to use it as well, you'll be able to preserve content, never end up sharing dud links anymore. You'll be able to share freely with your friends and family, knowing that you're not participating in tracking them and knowing that you're protecting yourself by using this free service. So there's a lot going on under the hood in what appears to be a simple little application. There's actually an enormous amount of work that has gone into protecting users. And I would like to introduce to you Sean O'Brien, our Chief Technology Officer, to tell us a little bit more about what's really in the engine of Panquake.me. Hi, Sean.
Hey, Suzie. I'm extremely excited to be able to share with everyone here. First, I want to just say I'm excited to take on the role of Chief Technology Officer. I've been working day and night, really, with this growing and expanding team of excellent devs, excellent support staff, excellent, just people around the world working on this Panquake project. And we're taking a little piece, a little slice of the Panquake application, and we're releasing that as an early component to you all, the public. So we're releasing that for free for you to use, to paste in your URL, and kind of doing our part to clean up the internet, right? We all like short links. We all like to be able to take something that's some, gibberish long URL and make it nice and short and share it with friends and family. But the problem is that the other link shortener services, right, the ones out there that are so popular and have been around now for a couple decades, their business model is based upon tracking you. As I'm sure you know by now, if you've been following us, our business model is based on the exact opposite. We do not track you. We want people to come to our products, to our networks, to the things that we build, and to have an honest business model where we're not keeping track of you, your friends, and your family. So Panquake.me is something you can use now, you can use today, that shows that ethos, right? Not just the ethos of, open source and that sort of hacker ethos that we have of sharing and letting the world use things, but also the ethos of making sure that we care about our customers, care about our users, and don't track them and sell their data and all these nasty things that other people do. So as Suzie said, yeah, we're stripping the tracking elements from URLs, from links that go into the form field that you paste the address into. You've probably seen all that junk with like question marks and, ampersands and signs and equal signs and all that stuff in your links. We have a number of filters that not only strip that information out, but archive that content. So we're using the popular archiving services, archive.org and archive.today, or archive.is, generally speaking. And those services are, allowing us to make sure your content persists on the internet, right? We want to try and solve as much as we can that problem of link rot, which can happen in, anything you share on the internet. But certainly we care very much about censorship resistance here, right? We care very much about making sure that the articles that you share have been backed up in multiple places around the web. And this is one way that we're able to do this. That said, this is a necessary component that we need anyway for the Panquake app, right? If we want people to be able to share inside Panquake, they need a link shortener service, in this case, Panquake.me, to make sure that those links that they're sending around aren't spammy stuff, aren't phishing stuff, are archived and are cleaned from tracking elements. And in this way, we want to make sure our social network is different, just as with all the architectural and network and security and privacy features we're building into the application generally. We want to make sure we're different. We're completely unlike anything that you have ever seen. So yeah, I mean, I'm really psyched about all of this. I'm so happy that we're sharing this in an open source repository. So for those of you who know how to use the tool Git, you can go out and see the repository. You can vet the code yourself. You can participate, right? You can tell us, hey, we'd like this little feature, and do a pull request or whatever. All that cool open sourcey stuff, you can now interact with our team on that repository, and that's something I'm really happy about as well. We're making sure that the repo is vetted by security researchers, and we'll be sharing the details of that pretty soon. And, this is the spirit of hacking. This is the spirit of open source. We want to make sure you use our stuff, but we want to make sure you also feel safer around the web and that we clean up the internet one little project at a time here. So Panquake.me is one sort of early release moving in that direction.
Sean, I know people are super curious about what we've been up to. And I was wondering, since you work with our dev team every day, could you talk a little bit about the transformation you've seen, particularly over the last, say, 12 months and where we're at today?
Sure. Well, we're moving very, very fast. We hear from people around the world all the time how much they want Panquake, right? And we want to deliver it to you. We have, some amazing features that we're building, and we are working day and night on those features. The network, which we've described before, not only is transparent in the sense that it's going to be a blockchain record so that you know that the content that you submit to the network actually is published and is treated on a level playing field, right, with other messages in the network. But also, the application is growing very quickly. We're integrating all kinds of cool features. This is one that we can share now. And that's because our team feels, that that's finished enough, polished enough to share with the world. And we know that you've been sort of waiting for it. The speed of the development work we're doing, the quality of the development work we're doing is extremely high. And we solve problems that other people either don't attempt to solve or have attempted to solve and for whatever reason have dropped the ball on or stopped developing. So one of the things that happens all the time is we'll be working on some little problem and say, hey, has anybody done this? And often they haven't, right? So we're treading new ground, and it's really, really exciting to be working with a team of that caliber on these sorts of things. We're certainly upping our game with the infrastructure. We're upping our game with the development, and we're bringing on a more international team. We already were global, but we're getting more and more global as time goes on. And that to me is really, really important to make sure that we have an international focus, not the Silicon Valley big tech focus that all these other networks have, but that true international team of folks trying to build something for a better internet. So
to be an independent project and have people in 10 countries and 4 continents is pretty unprecedented. And I'm really proud of how far we've come and where we're at. Also, from a business perspective, the Panquake.me release is letting us put a stress test on some of the service and support teams that we've set up this year. So this year we hired customer support staff, tech support staff. We were having to manage accounts administration and internal processes to make sure that we can support users to a standard that we feel happy with, which for me is the highest, most professional standard. So this is a great opportunity for us to test those processes, to test the team members who we have trained this year, and to practice a major software delivery, which will help us greatly when it comes time to release the Panquake.com beta. So this is a huge win all around, but it is the biggest win of all for users. And here to talk to us a little bit about what this release means from a user perspective is Cherie Ip, our Public Relations Manager. Hi, Cherie, welcome to the stream.
Thanks, Susie. So what does this mean for our users? Well, you guys can expect to experience the very first of our Panquake pie. Hot off the oven, Panquake.me is actually a part of the Panquake application. So you guys will be amongst the first to use our privacy respecting tools, and as users, you don't need to worry about being tracked and mapped around the internet. So how does Panquake.me actually transform the marketplace? Well, we're here to tell you this is a living proof. There is a better way of doing things. You can actually help to reset the status quo and drive the shift from big tech's business model of giving up your rights to privacy just so you can use a free service to communicate with your friends and family. Like, that should be obsolete. You don't need to be a part of that model anymore. You can choose to opt out. At Panquake, we've made that possible, and the team is so very proud of Panquake.me's early release because there is a better way of doing things. You can actually provide a free service and choose not to track people. You can actually build a privacy respecting service. You just have to be a part of that solution and, you know, be selective with the services you use. Everyone at this day and age understands, you know, data to some point or extent, or are starting to have that understanding. And if you think back, like just even to this year, how many times has big tech, corporations, governments failed us and not actually protected our data and kept us safe? So it's up to us to really do that and make better choices. So together, let's drive a better, you know, future and a better marketplace and create demand where we say, you know, we have a right to privacy for our data, and let's make a positive impact for the generations to come. So thank you to all you loyal supporters that have brought us here today. Like, we could not have done this without you. You guys are the ones that are affecting the change. You guys are the ones that came to us and said, we want, you know, a change. We need a better platform. And we are so happy. The team is so proud to be able to provide this to you. Our team is actually growing by the day, working day and night on this. So it's been an absolute effort, and we really, really hope you enjoy this product and you share it widely. So if you love it, please jump on socials, tell us about it, jump on our website. And if you want to share it to your friends and family, please do, because when we start seeing Panquake.me links everywhere instead of big tech, that's when we know we've made a difference. So we're really grateful for you guys for helping us on this journey and, you know, really driving this change. And this is just the beginning. So I'm really excited for what's to come. And give us your feedback. Let us know how you like it. Thanks very much, guys. So great to announce this news with you. Thanks very much. Cheers, Suzie.
Thanks so much, Cherie. I really appreciate you bringing that insight and perspective. Okay, everyone, we're going to try and keep it relatively short for now. We want to get this video out to you. We want to get this product out to you, and we can't wait to see your response. When you visit panquake.me, you will notice on the top right, there is a FAQ button for frequently asked questions. You'll also see there is a downloadable user guide PDF with all the details on what this application can do and how to use it. Also, again, the short user guide video is available there too. So if you'd like more information about the what, the who, the when, the where, the how, and the why, it's all in there. And if you still have questions beyond that, you're welcome to reach out to our customer support team at contact@talkliberation.com. Or if you have a platform or independent media or any type of journalist or even a tech researcher, or you review applications like this, we would also love to hear from you. You can contact us at media@talkliberation.com. Additionally, you may have noticed that the panquake.com main website has also had some attention. It has now been refactored leading up to our delivery of the beta. You'll see there's new content, new layout on the homepage. There's also some amazing resources, particularly for press and media. If you go to panquake.com/press, you'll find a whole bunch of resources, including digital media files and other resources that will help you to cover this digital revolution that Panquake is bringing to users. We can also have all of our brand elements beautifully presented at panquake.com/brand for anyone who's wanting to reference Panquake in any material online. We will continue to deliver at this incredibly high standard. We will continue to meet all of our commitments to you, our amazing supporters who helped us to get this far. Your support over the last 2 years is why we're able to bring amazing product like this to market and how we're able to help to shape the future of the internet. If you'd like to continue to support us, you can at panquake.com/donate. We immensely appreciate everything that you have done. We are doing right by you every single day, and we will see you again very soon. Take care.